Moto2 kicks off here at the Circuit of the Americas. It is round 3 of 2024 and we can't wait to get started. Let's take a look at how they line up on the grid then. Aaron Canet on pole from Feminard de Guer and Sergio Garcia row 1. Then it's Albert Arenas, Joe Roberts and Marcos Ramirez. Then row 3, Dennis Foggia, Alonso Lopez and Manuel Gonzalez. Row 4 sees Bo Ben Schneider, Tony Arborino alongside Barry Boltus. Row 5, Jeremy Alcoba alongside Jake Dixon. And alongside Jake Dixon will be Justin Vietti. Row 6, Monrella, Ayagura, Masia. Row 7, Chantra, Salak, Onshu. Row 8, Senna Igus, Izan Guevara alongside Zonta van der Gorsbergs as well on the row 8. Row 9, oh yeah, it's massively off the pace, isn't it? Row 9, RG, Artegas and Carlos and Escray and Binder takes it down to 29 runners in this event. We're under starters orders then, and we are awaiting the timing towers to start. If you're wondering why it's still showing the results from the previous race, that's because we are waiting for the timing towers to change over. They probably will do that when the lights go out, but it still says everything from Moto3, so I apologise, but there's nothing we can do. We had to go on air, and we had to get this race sorted. Hopefully, the people running the timings will change it over, but it just goes to stand their idiocy at losing out many of things, because we're waiting for the race to start. We're waiting for the data to change over, and it just hasn't changed. So we are in a waiting phase, and we do apologise. Hopefully I'll get it sorted ASAP. But this will be a 16-lap race, and now we know who starts on pole position. It's going to be interesting into turn 1. Can Aaron Canet keep that advantage into that first corner? It's going to be a big breakaway to see him try, as they'll continue to have the push and have the momentum through. Still, watch out, Aaron Canet. He can be quite tricky and quite excitable into that first corner. As we're just zooming in now so I can have that starting grid available to me. I hope here in the commentary box, because there we go, Aaron Canet pole position. 16 laps, 88.28 kilometres. And fingers crossed the timings kick in, because it's 12:17:22 over there in Austin. So the local time is working. It's just that I wish that things would change over, because they just haven't. They've just stuck on Moto3.
Are they still not switched over?
They still haven't switched over. We're literally
That's ridiculous.
We're on the grid, and they haven't switched to the new race. They're still showing the Moto3 results. They have not yet switched to Moto2. They might do it when the lights go out and the race starts, because it might trigger another procedure. So we'll hopefully have that, but we apologise if it takes time. I'll do my best to fill in radio-style coverage. So it's difficult for me as well, because I won't have a timing tower for the first lap, so I apologise for any mistakes. Round 3 of the Moto2 World Championship in 2024 is about to get underway here at the Circuit of the Americas in Austin, Texas. Green flag at the back. The timing tower has changed. All eyes to the lights then. And pull the throttle back. We're racing in Moto2, and it's a great start from Ramirez up towards turn 1. It's going to be Aaron Canet. He's going to have to come across and really defend hard. Sergio Garcia to the first corner, and then Canet nearly runs out of road. Garcia takes the lead. Garcia completely sweeps it. They've all managed to get through safely, all 29 of them, as they come down the hill for the first time into turns 2 and 3, and it is a sweet, clean opening gambit. Nobody wanted to have a differential of opinions here today. They've all done very well as they continue to turn round, and excruciatingly they will be on the attack. There's that 1 of 16 for you. I don't know what's going on there on the timing towers, but they continue their attack and they continue their pursuit. 16 laps to go of this event, and if I press that, hopefully we get the field in order. Yes, we do. Up now into the braking at turn 11. Downhill hard. Garcia leads. Roberts, Foggia, Dixon up to 4th. Back in MotoGP. Dixon running in 4th position. It's great to see. Gonzalez 5th. Lopez, Aguirre, Arenas. And then it's Aguirre. Fermin Aldeguer in 7th. And then running on the top 10, Aaron Canet then. Into the braking zone for the first time at turn 12. Several opportunities from overtakes here at the further back. Dennis Honchu's dropped way off the track. He's just had a moment coming through in the mid-half of the track as well. So he's been shunted out, unfortunately. Everyone just taking the early opportunity. Nobody wants to get this wrong. Everybody wants to just have a happy, calm race and not lose out on the overall positioning of this race. Gonzalez into 5th. Now, remember, new Pirelli rubber here as well, which means it does change over. And everyone has to save their tyres. They can't just go full throttle anymore. They have to save early on, which is giving us a lot more closer racing in Moto2. It's been 2 really strong Moto2 races at Qatar and Portimao. And we're hopeful they'll do the same here in Kota. Lap 1 complete then. Garcia leads. Roberts 2nd. Aaron Canet has dropped down to 10th position with that moment at the first corner on the 44 bike. And he's having another go on the inside now to try and get past Aguirre. And the 2 Grassinis nearly making contact at the first corner. Arenas and Gonzalez running together. What a start from Jake Dixon. Up 10 places. Started 14th, up to 4th. Canet's up to 9th. He's past Aguirre. Alcoba goes down to 11th position. So they are just keeping on through. Up now 8 and 9. And Garcia's got Roberts all over the back of him. Joe Roberts on home soil for the racing team, the American racing team, sponsored by something we can't say live on air. Can they have an attack as it's 3 wide? Aaron Canet on the inside of the 2 Grassinis. Oh, and through! That's a move from Gonzalez and a half. Dives through on the inside of Aguirre and Arenas and Fermin Aldeguer. Fantastic! 4 gone, dealt with half into that first corner. Garcia leading the race has 2 points to Roberts. The top 2 in the championship are 1-2 in this race. Aaron Canet's going to get forced out here on the inside line. He gets shoved wide by Jeremy Alcoba on the Yamaha VR46 bike. And Gonzalez has been given that double long lap penalty now into 7th position that he had to serve pre-race. So we knew about that coming into this event. Wonderful attack racing here we're seeing. They're packed up. Moto2 is back. Jump start for Gonzalez. That's the double long lap penalty. Gonzalez jumped the start. Wow. Never, ever, ever do anything like that in Moto2. They will get you immediately and they won't let you go either. Barry Boltus up into 13th place then. So he's had a interesting rummage around, let's say, as they come down towards lap 2. Joe Roberts with a 2-minute 8.574 has got the fastest lap. Fermin Aldeguer is going to get ahead of Manuel Gonzalez out into turn 1 and has done so. So the 54 moves ahead of the 18. That had to happen, I'm afraid, with the long lap penalty loop having to be played. And they'll close in together. And the action can continue here. Just trying to work out what needs moving up here on the monitor. A very close action race. Hopefully you're all enjoying it back home. It certainly is an exciting one. As we'll just close up that gap that was in the championship standings side by side as well. My goodness me. That is going to be very close to contact as Aldeguer and Gonzalez come up with Albert Arenas as well. 3-4. Connect. Looking on the inside. And yeah, presumably Albert Arenas has to lift up there because Gonzalez is going to run right into him as well. The 75 gets shuffled down the order. Arenas down to 11th position. Aguirre moves up. Fermin Aldeguer now in 6th position as well on that the Beta Tools speed up. Into the braking zone for turn 11. Down Benders ahead of Philip Salak as well. And off the track now they go as well. Everyone is losing several thousand positions out here today. It's quite unbelievable what we're seeing in the Moto2 category. Some want to go early in order to get the rummage around and see if they can oh, hang on, Dan Binder's crashed, hasn't he? Binder, yeah, there he is, middle of the track. Binder's crashed. Is he going to get collected up by anybody else? No. Darren Binder crashes at, well, yeah. Now you know why Darren Binder was kicked out of MotoGP. Binder by name, Binder by nature. Darren crashes out at turn 15. He refires the bike and we'll get it going in a rejoin race. So now Igus up to 18th ahead of Izan Guevara as well. Zonta van der Gulsberg's in 20th position. Garcia 208.560. Fermin de Geer in 6th. A 208.484. And I really wish that the timing tower that we see on the TV pictures, which shows de Geer in an orange livery, would reflect that on the timing tower we have up in the commentary box, which shows him in a blue livery, because it doesn't half confuse me. Sure, it confuses you at home if you're watching on as well. This Moto2 race is absolutely chaos. It is absolutely chaos. It's about to get a bit more chaos. It's up the inside, goes to 54. Fermin de Geer on Jake Dixon for 5th position. And de Geer makes a lovely sweeping move back into position. So it's changed again here. It's giving you a headache, this race, isn't it? I can tell. What a race this is. Jake Dixon only up 8 places now, but on his return to Moto2 after an injury pre-season. And, well, injury in Portugal just before the first race put him out. Dixon back, riding hard here in April. He's going to have a little look on the inside line to try and get back on the inside of Fermin de Geer. He's thinking about it, trail breaking in. The Beta Tools not going to go in there too hard. This is the Moto Aspar team. But Joe Roberts, who I can't say the name, I don't know. Greatest jump start of all time. Crash MotoGP have just tweeted about this for Gonzalez. What was the cap? I want to know now. I'm interested. As up the inside, that was Dixon and de Geer swapping positions. And meantime, Alcoba and Ramirez swapping over as well. Oh, just remembered Jorge Lorenzo's comedy jump start at Kota. Yeah. The 5th light came on and he just accelerated. The lights were on and it's like, oh, the lights are on. Away we go. Not lights out, lights on. Don't know what it was. He had a brain fade moment at that point as well. Barry Bolt's up to 13th. Diego Monarella down to 14th. Here's the start. Now, I'm watching Gonzalez. That's Canet on the start. Yeah, jump start, unfortunately, for Gonzalez. Canet just did not get going. Dixon's out! Dixon has crashed out! Our storming starter! And unfortunately, he's playing into it again. Turn 1, uphill, trying to run it downhill to bump start the bike, and he has done so. Front's going to dip away from him, isn't it, at entry? Yeah. Oh, Jake. Oh. It reminds me of Sam Lowe's so much when Lowe's went for the championship a couple of years ago. And we were all willing him on. We thought, first Brit champion in years. And then Dixon won last year as well. Moto2 British winner. First British winner, so of course it's Cal Crutchlow. Back in 2018 in Australia, and we were all going nuts when he won in last time. Well, he won at the Assen, the TT Assen. Julia and Omu and Josh, you were in the box with me then. Mario Archie's crashed out as well. Emery says Foggia third. I usually see him on the back of the grid. Yeah, Dennis Foggia's come back to life this weekend after, as you say, being in the back for a couple of seasons. He's running in 3rd position and wants to have a go here. The gap between him and Roberts is, 0.4 of a second, so not that much at all, actually. They are finding the time and holding it together. Here's the 73 now. Going to go on the run. Just takes the inside line together. He'll have the answer. So this is now further down in the field. As Ramirez and Alcoba battling. Oh, great move from Ramirez around the outside of our Cobra into that last corner. Turn 20, outside manoeuvre, and he's taken up a position for 9th. Alcova down to 10th. Gonzalez has completed a double long lap penalty. That was for the jump start, of course. And he has been put down to 19th position in this race. Unfortunate, but we'll keep it up. Garcia closing in again, and now we see some further battles going on here in the midfield. Wish I could tell you who, but it's almost like the numbers have gone wrong on this weekend. Hard to tell who, as they attack back into the middle half. Honestly, they could make it a bit easier for us to tell the numbers this weekend, because I'm looking everywhere and I can't. Really can't. Right, there's Arenas. So that's Marcos Ramirez, but that 24 looks like a 74 because of the font. Way to confuse your audience, Donna. Is it me? Is anyone watching along with us here? Is the camera work giving you a bit of a headache? It's like between the Moto3 and the Moto2, they've just put the B team on. Really dizzying shots. Really is making me go, what? Garcia leads by 9/10 of a second now, and Agura has passed Canet. Where? I don't know on the track, but he has done. There he is. Focus on the battles, you morons. It's so annoying. They're cutting. They're doing long pull-out shots and then zooming in shots and then pulling out right at the apex. And you can't see what's going on. It's making me go mad up here in the commentary box. Just stick to the bikes. And now there's a replay of that move I just said about. Yeah, that's on the inside then. That's Agura getting ahead of Aaron Canet. So the 79, that looks like a 73 number, getting ahead of the 44. Now we've got a helicopter camera, which is great, but you can't see anything. Lopez, Lopez is on a 208.210. Marcos Ramirez up to 8th. Arenas down into 9th. Alberino and Salak are battling together, the two teammates of the Mark VDS squad. Yeah, still can't tell. There's Joe Roberts on P2, and he's lost actually a second now, so it's 1.1 seconds now to Garcia. The gap was 8/10. Start of the lap. It's changed over once more, unfortunately. Right, so that's still Dixon. Let's get this timing tower sorted, shall we? Is it this one? No, it's this. Is it this one? No, hang on a minute. Yeah, here we go. I thought it was showing it all. It's not. Because there's 3 more names missing out on the list here. See? There we go. Honestly, everything's a mess this weekend with Moto2. It keeps going, yes, you're right, no, you're wrong. Yes, you're right, no, you're wrong. Mario Argi is the only official retirement in this race so far. Over 29 that started. Down the back straight we go. On the inside, the two teammates side by side. And that is going to be a nice overtake for Alonso Lopez and Fermin Aldeguer. So Lopez moves up into 4th position. Aldeguer moves back to 5th. And Foggia holding in 3rd position as well, with Roberts in 2nd. Fastest first sector of anyone went to Sergio Garcia on that last lap at 36.052. So had that advantage here. Take a look at the full battle screen if it works. Well, near enough, doesn't it? Wonder why that is changing so much. Oh, no, that's all right. Oh, that is the Moto2, Moto3 one. What's going on with that? Anyway, there you go. The first sector, fastest of all. There's a move going on here as Fermin Aldeguer goes back on the inside line for the last corner on Alonso Lopez. And now Lopez is going to go back on the inside. So the two Beta Tools speed-up bikes are battling when they shouldn't be battling. Into the braking zone, and Lopez takes 4th. Well, what's the point of that? Why battle when you've got 2nd and 3rd right up there? It's making no sense. Make it make sense. Look at
Physics.
that! Yeah, look at that on the inside. And look at that! Fermin Aldeguer cuts off Lopez. Hello, JT. And look, he's going to come back at him. Oh, my word. This is stupid. They've now lost a second to the guys in front.
Hello. Now, the logical thing to do is work together to catch up to third place.
But they're not going to do that, and they're not logical. Lopez and Fermin Ardeguer are not the brightest sparks when it comes to working together. And look, we're going to see a dive bomb here from Fermin Ardeguer. Look, there he goes, up the inside at turn 11. Completely runs his own teammate out of road. Lopez will now get the cut back down the straight, but teamwork, guys, teamwork. Vietti has dropped to 14th place, waiting on confirmation if he's crashed or not. No, he's just lost a couple of places. Right now, Ardeguer seems to have stabilised for 4th position at least. Lopez in 5th. And then the battle really starts. Oh, look, no, never mind. Lopez coming back at him again, JT. What's going on?
Yeah, absolutely, as they go down towards turn 14 and 15. But yeah, they're falling back. They're visually falling back from P3.
That's Dennis Foggia, who's having a remarkable performance out there at the moment. Joe Roberts in P2 on home soil. He's now a second inside Garcia. Can Joe Roberts take his second ever career win and get a home victory? That's what he's looking for. Oh, and Fermin Ardeguer almost unseating himself there. Coming out of the last corner, the bouncing buckaroo really pushing him up into the first corner. Still struggling in this one. Great, NASCAR's going to be fun, isn't it? 3 hours. Alberino in 12th, Monrella in 13th. And I've got a train journey tomorrow as well of 2 hours to get down to Donington for all of the action from... oh, hello, cutting the corner there. That's Marcos Ramirez. So he can't just cut across it. Lopez cutting across the track to ahead of Aguirre. So what is going on out there? No, Canet's in 6th. So it's Canet jumping across. That's it, Moto2. I'm really annoyed with them today. TV direction has been lackluster in this. Aaron Canet is P6. Ayagura is P7. And now we've got Marcos Ramirez looking on the inside of him at turn 11. Can't get through. He's going to have a better exit through 12. Gets it back on the accelerator. Downhill we go. Arborino has passed Barry Boltes in 11th and 12th place. Just takes a nice entry. And revs it back up. There's Roberts in 2nd position. The young American on course to win here for Joe Roberts. Can he do it? Get ahead of Garcia. Gap now back to 1.484 seconds. Wayne Rainey, the MotoGP legend, a 3-time world champion, watching on and gives a thumbs up, part of the Moto America squad this weekend. Wayne Rainey's been working a bit with Mandy Patterson this weekend, and so is Kevin Schwantz as well. A lot of content coming out for Secmet Racing, and that June date is getting ever nearer for the first round of the World WRC, World Women's Racing Championship. In towards turn 1. Roberts now defending from Foggia. Foggia's having a great weekend here as well. And Ayagura is... Oh, never mind. He just twitched massively coming out of 1. I thought he was going to have a high side down the straight. So, holding it on. 5/10 a lap. Agura's quicker than Foggia. So really strong here. As they sweep back through in the Mickey Mouse section towards turns 8 and 9, top of the hill, into turn 11. Downhill turn 11, higher pin braking zone. We'll approach that in about 20 seconds. Air temperature now at 25 degrees Celsius. So it's warm, that's the ambient temperature. I don't know in old money. Back on the accelerator. Yeah, so Roberts was a 209.215 last lap time. Foggia 209.119. Agura 208.6. So Fermin Ardeguer's getting the speed up now. Ironically on the speed up as well. That's a nifty little joke. Aaron Canette's shortcut at turn 4 is currently under investigation. Well, it should be a penalty because he just went straight through it. We saw it. It's a long lap. It's automatic. Don't know why they feel the need to do that. Oh, here we go. Ferdinand Aguirre dives up the inside of Foggia, runs it too late down at 15, and Foggia makes the move back. Aldeguer he had to go for it, but Foggia was well prepared. Didn't need to make a battle at all. Definitely knew the situation he needed. Jake Dixon back up 25th position now, so he's starting making some overtakes, but he's not going to score any points in this race unless a miracle happens. Garcia 6/10 ahead. What's the gap? 2 seconds. Garcia's 2 seconds clear to Roberts. So is MotoGP, Moto2, Moto3 following the same pattern then, where the lead is just going to win by about 2 seconds, although a lot... Yeah. I don't know what I'm saying. In case people join late, I'm not going to say because we had an issue with our timing screens at the start, which showed the results from Moto3. Oops, hello. That's a problem for the 24 of Marcos Ramirez, cutting off Ayagura massively into that first corner. Ayagura really had to run in late. Battle for 7th between Ramirez, Agura, Alcoba, and yeah, Arenas too far back actually as well in the other Gresini Moto2 team. Arenas and Gonzalez. Gonzalez had that double long lap penalty for jumping the start, so he's dropped down to 15th place. 6 laps to go here. Don't forget, at 8:30, you can join Matthew Owens, Josh T and Tom Dillon for the coverage of the NASCAR as Ferdinand Aguirre slips up the inside line of Dennis Foggia and makes the move, but I'm fully expecting Foggia, and he is doing, to have the toe down the straight and get back in towards turn 12. No way Agura thought that was going to make the move stick. Up the inside we go. And Foggia brakes very, very late, keeps the position into the corner, just about saves it at the exit. Foggia's going to let him have it, but I don't think that's going to be a position that's tenable in my book, because now we've got Joe Roberts backing up as well into Agura and Foggia. Lopez coming to play as well. Ramirez passes Canet. So Marcos to 6th. Oh, Canet's down to 9th. The cynic in me is saying what's happened to him. Just trying to keep an eye on Sergio Garcia. Yeah, Canet's dropped down to 9th place now. Alex Esquer's dropped down to 25th. So Jake Dixon's made a move up. Nicely done. And everything going smoothly now as they turn into 5 to go here for the Grand Prix of the Americas. And really is for Joe Roberts pushing hard uphill in towards the first corner. Trail breaks in, turns, Roberts hits the apex perfectly, so does Ardagura. Okay, this is an okay race. Really good race. Fermin Ardagura is in 3rd, battling over Joe Roberts, and he's got Foggia in 4th. It's a good Moto2. I'm just disappointed that the leaders keep escaping in these races here at COTA. It's a factor, isn't it? Is COTA the best place to host a MotoGP race? I don't know. I think there could be somewhere else. Because the leaders run up the field by 3 seconds. And it's like, if you're in a battle, can't catch up. So into the braking zone, on board with Roberts. It's a long track as well, a 2-minute lap, over 2 minutes. It's not the best racing we see on the calendar. The sprint race yesterday for MotoGP was quite exciting. I'm hoping the race is good. Moto3 was okay as well, that's the problem. Moto3 was okay, Moto2's okay. We had a good sprint race with MotoGP with Vinales getting it, but I don't know if it's going to be an interesting one. Emery says Canet needs to be consistent on each race if he wants to be a champion. I agree with you there, because he had pole here, snuffed the start, and then just keeps cutting all the corners, and he's under investigation. But he is a winner. Canet has won. And there was the interview that said that teams, top teams and Moto2 teams have snubbed him because of his tattoos, which is discrimination in my book. If you're happy, you're happy. And Canet is a good racer, but as you say, I mean, I agree with you. Consistency, that's what he needs. Consistency needs to be key. 4 to go, 4 to go. That's another 8.5 minutes of action that is just not delivering here. It's a very strange race, this one. Sun's come out now as well. I don't think that's been helping. It started in cold temperature, so they put the softest tyre on. Now it's getting hotter, so the soft tyre's starting to be chewed up. So, what do you go with on these Pirellis? We don't even get the tyre data for Moto2 and Moto3. That tyre data only seems to come in MotoGP. As they'll keep on attacking. Are you ready for NASCAR, JT? Then all set up?
Everything should be set up. All I need to do is the cameras.
Ah. I shouldn't take on. Literally, Josh T has been working so hard on the graphic stuff for all of about half an hour, I think. He'll be using it for, and only 15 minutes of the race. And even though I will be late to the commentary box because I'm finishing up MotoGP, I will be watching on my computers here, the commentary box.
You know what the start time is, right, Josh?
Oh, off!
Oh!
That is Joe Roberts running wide, and up into second goes Fermin Ardeguer. So Roberts runs wide, drops down to third. Can Foggia close up now and have a little battle? Trail breaks into turn 12 and just goes too deep. Completely off the track, and he got out ahead of Dennis Foggia, but only by just. What is the start time, JT?
43 minutes past.
43?
Yes, so it's 8:43.
Do you know that the race time is scheduled for 40 minutes?
Oh.
Yeah. And they
Is
never...
Megan around?
No. Yes, but no, not on, because it'll be using my computer still. And Meg's laptop will be streaming the race. No, but what I'm saying is, how close is that going to be? Could I sign off quickly, get on for NASCAR within 3 minutes?
Depends if it's a long race or short race.
That's true. Plus Matthew
That's the
Owens.
number.
Yeah, Matthew Owens got the start
Prix
anyway.
getting a little bit loose. Garcia, your race leader.
Yep, that's it. His lead's dropped now to 1.7 seconds. Do it again. Do it again. Get Aguirre in there and get Roberts in there. 3 to go. These Pirelli tyres... Oh, look at that.
Go on.
Yeah, those Pirelli tyres starting to grain on Garcia. That's why he's wobbling. Pirelli rubber this year needs to be permanently maintained, and it is starting to grain, and Aguirre's kept his tyres in good shape. This battle is on as Joe Roberts closing in as well. What were you going to say, JT?
I've been in between doing OBS. I've been in between OBS, painting the new room, which one wall is done with its 0.396 second penalty at the end of the race.
So that will be added to Aaron Canet's time for the shortcut at turn 4 advantage. That's a really weird penalty. 0.394 of a second. No, 0.396 of a second.
That's what they've calculated the advantage to be.
Well, good for the stewards to actually be consistent, though. Many people were just giving it a 5-second time penalty and moved on.
Yeah, but the first coat's done on the first wall, Josh.
Excellent.
Yeah.
My shoe's broken. As on shoe's got a track limits warning. Yeah. Right. Sergio Garcia leads this one. 1.9 seconds as the battle rages on for second position. Joe Roberts on the inside and gets ahead. Roberts takes Fermin Ardeguer. Ardeguer's going to try and come back on the inside line to the last corner. He can't do it. Fabulous bit of racing going on here in Moto2 for the second position slot. Wasn't even supposed to happen like this, but they are racing hard uphill and towards turn 1. Don't think we're going to see a move here though, JT. It's too late on the lap.
Oh,
he touched the back of him. Fermin touched the back of him. What is going on here? As I have to redo up my laces.
Well,
so Roberts in second, Ardeguer's in third. Gap is now 0.4 of a second. Boys, just keep it civil. The last thing you want is take each other out. And the last thing Ferdinand here wants is to take Joe Roberts out of the race in his home event. The crowd might not let him leave. As I get my shoe back on.
Going through turn 9 and 10 now. Going up towards the hairpin at 11, down the hill.
Last of the late breakers. That's what Ferdinand is known for. Garcia, though, 2.1 seconds ahead now. There he is. He's got this one in the bag, hasn't he? 1.4! 1.4? 1.4? How did he lose nearly a second? What has happened to Sergio Garcia? He's in aggressive tyre saving, isn't he? The last lap's coming.
Yeah.
Oh, this might be close, actually, after all. He's really wide. Is this the mistake? Oh, look at that. He dropped it. He saved it, but he made a mistake into turn 11. That's why Garcia lost so much time. He made a mistake in 11. Those tyres are done. And the gap's closing, 1.3. We could be on for a last lap bonanza here in Texas.
That mistake was as messy as my hands after painting.
I haven't got any paint on your equipment. You can never get it off. Good. Never get it off. Paint with gloves on. That's what I do.
Nah.
Into the last... You're making my hands go now. I'm tingling that. I hate feelings like that. Ugh. Last lap the call then. And it's a 1.2 second advantage to Joe Roberts. He lost a full second on that last lap. Alcoba
he has to have a perfect lap.
Yeah. Alcoba's passed Aguirre. But Fermin Aldeguer... God, I hate these. Fermin Aldeguer is going to try and get through. Aguirre and Fermin Aldeguer. You messed them up so many times as well. It's like Maverick Vinales and Marc Marquez. You just find yourself just slipping into it quite easily. Like, oh, that's not the right one. Gap now 1.2 seconds. Joe Roberts in P2. He's up into second. He wants a home win, and he is charging it down. He's got nothing to lose. The gap is less than a second. Coming into the braking zone at turn 11. Can Joe Roberts get a race win? Is Garcia going to buckle under this pressure? As Josh T said, the most perfect lap is needed, but Joe Roberts is pushing everything out there as Lopez and Aguirre are battling the two speed-up bikes over third and fourth. Foggia is going to drop back in that little battle too. There you go, further back. Foggia and Lopez battling. Gap 1.1. Joe Roberts is getting the crowd cheering. Is it going to be a home track unless Garcia drops it? I don't think he is. We're into the last sector almost. Out of 15, and it will be the last sector of this race. The gap 9/10. It's not impossible. Roberts is going to be pushing hard, doing everything he can, but it's only 3 corners left. I don't think even he can get a half a second back. Sergio Garcia keeps it nice into 19. Will hit the apex perfectly into turn 20. Roberts closes. Too late at Texas. And Sergio Garcia wins the America's Grand Prix. Joe Roberts is second on home soil. Fermin Aldeguer is third. Lopez fourth. Ramirez is fifth. Foggia sixth across the line. A handshake and a congrats to the two of Garcia and Roberts. A podium on home soil for the American racing team. Sponsored by an app popular with fans. What a race. F1 Boy says Roberts back-to-back podium and very good performance from the man himself. Mighty, mighty stuff. Well, I like that, JT. Did you? Good race.
Yeah, it was a good 10 laps I saw as well. And there's the two teammates who should have worked together but battled, congratulating each other.
Didn't
work.
His
first Moto2 victory for Garcia.
What a race we've had. What are we going to see next? First Moto2 victory for Sergio Garcia up for the Moto3 category. A first-time win for Garcia here in Moto2. Very nice indeed. So here's the results then from the race. It's Sergio Garcia who takes victory, Joe Roberts is second, Fermin Aldeguer is third, Alonso Lopez finishes fourth, Marcos Ramirez is fifth, Dennis Foggia is sixth, Iguris seventh, Jeremy Alcoba eighth, Aaron Canet is ninth, 10th for Cristina Vietti, 11th on the board for Tony Albarino. Albarenas is 12th. Manuel Gonzalez 13th. Diego Monredo 14th. Philip Salak 15th, the last points paying position. And then we see Barry Boltis, Senna Igris, Bo Ben Schneider, Juan Masia, Ivan Guevara in 20th. Then Chantra, Onchu, Dixon as well, and Escray, Artegas, and Cardelas in 26th. Binder did finish 27th, but not much on that opening run as well after crashing. Zonta van der Goldberg and Mario Argi, the only two official retirements from the race. If my mouse wants to work, in terms of the World Championship now, this is how it looks with Sergio Garcia leading the championship on his first win in Moto2. He leads it on 51 points, 2 clear of Joe Roberts in second on 49. The 1-2 in the championship, finishing 1-2 in the race. Alonso Lopez is on 38, the same as Aaron Canet. Aguirre rounds out the top 5 on 33. Gonzalez is 30. Aguirre 29. Ramirez 28. Boltis 23. Vietti is on 22. Arenas has 20. Alcoba 17. Chantra 11. Foggia 10. Albarino is 9th. Van der Golsberg is in 3. Ben Schneider 2. Artegas 2. As well as Manuela. Binder, Onchu, Salak on 1. And no points further down in the field. So, not a bad run at all here in Moto2 for the Americas Grand Prix. Next up, we are back to European soil as we see Canet's time penalty has been applied. That drops him from 8th to 9th overall in the field, of a 0.396 second advantage across it as well. That's it for Moto2. We'll be back for the Spanish Grand Prix in 2 weeks' time. But next up here, it's the big one, the MotoGP Grand Prix of the Americas. You can join us in 45 minutes' time for all the action. Take care. See you soon. Bye-bye.